Guys, it's cold today. It is 39 degrees, feels like 33. Probably not the best weather for speed runs, but we're gonna do it anyways. I forgot this last time we did speed runs, so I got it this time. What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog, guys. Today we are gonna begin our journey into making the Arrma Vendetta a 100-mile-an-hour car. Not really making it into a 100-mile-an-hour car. We just want to hit 100 with it. If we do it a couple times, that's good enough for me. I already have some ideas, but what we're going to do first is we're going to get a baseline. And when I say a baseline, basically we're going to put all the high-speed stuff on it. We should be around that 70-mile-an-hour range, and then I have some tricks up my sleeve. I think I know how we can get there really, really quick. And no, I did not cheat and watch any other videos. I'm just going based on what I think we should do to make this happen. All right, so what I know we have to do is we have to change out the pinion. There is a pinion that comes in the box. I don't know what tooth it is. We're about to, a 26 tooth pinion. So we're gonna switch out the pinion and then we're gonna take some drag out of the body. To do that, this rear wing, there's a lot of angle in this rear wing. Kind of see it like right there, a lot of angle. And what that does, it creates a lot of drag. So what you wanna do is you wanna level it off. We could cut it down, but the Vendetta body actually comes with a high-speed wing. So we gotta put this high-speed piece on, put the pinion on, and then the other thing I remember the car doing whenever I first did a demo on it was it scraped the front end a lot. So I guess it's creating so much downforce on the front end, it's pushing it down and scraping it. We're gonna raise the front end a little bit. Hopefully I don't raise it too much where air goes under it, but enough where it doesn't just scrape every time I go high speed. So that's the plan. I think there's spring limiters in here. Guys, what looks like the shock cap actually isn't the shock cap. It is the spring limiter. So you basically have shock adjusters on here. It just looks like a shock cap because out of the box, it comes flush with the top. I'll show you guys real quick. See, this looks like part of the shock cap. It looks like this is just the shock cap, this red piece. But you can actually turn this like so. Oh, wait, I'm loosening it. I don't want to do that. Geez, I would have loosened it all the way back out. But you can actually turn this and tighten it like that, raise the ride height, and that should be enough. We'll be able to adjust in the field, which is really, really nice. I love the adjustable shock limiters. It makes life a lot easier. Some cars come with like shock retainers and you got to pop them on and off. The good thing about shock retainers, they're even no matter what on both sides, as long as you have the same retainers in here. That's the only caveat to having the adjustable ones is if you're not careful, you can adjust one side lower than the other or one side higher than the other. And that can always be a pain in the butt. But yeah, I think that should be enough right there. You know what, guys? Because I'm curious, weird to me, and I can't really see it, I'm going to take a shock off. Since those aren't the shock caps and they're actually the spring limiters, apparently you take the shock bottom off, like the bottom of the shock body. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything to grab onto to rotate it, so we're just going to take it off because I want to learn. Boom, guys. RC Box Club. It's open right now also, by the way, guys. Registration is open. I don't know how long it's going to be open, but it's open, so go check it out before it's too late. All right, so I got the shock off, and it looks like, dang, those shock retainers are legit. They don't want to come off at all. Cover my eyes there. It looks like there's like a little groove on the bottom there. I'm assuming this tool in here enables you to rotate that bottom piece to get it off. I'm learning, guys. I've never seen this before. Nice. So this tool right here, basically what you do, I just gotta close my eyes because my camera likes to focus on my eyes. But basically what you do is you slip this through here and it sits in the little teeth, the little grooves here, and then you're able to rotate it. So yeah, you need this tool to do the shocks. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I just wanted to know what it was all about. Jeez, that was not easy to get back on without taking the front bumper off. I almost surrendered and took the front bumper off. All right, all back together. Let's get this pinion out, switch that out, and the swing on. That was weird. Basically, I was gonna take the whole rear end off to be able to get to these screws to take this motor out to get the pinion on. However, there's these directions that come with it, and they're very straightforward directions. It tells you how to do it A, B, C, D, E, or actually it only goes to D. A, B, C, and D. And it's not that many screws. It was one screw to take off like this block to enable you to be able to move the entire transmission, and then you just slide the transmission out. Now that I have it out, I can see what it was actually doing, but the second step was actually, it required a little bit of strength. You really got to pull pretty hard to get it out, but it worked. So We got transmission out really easy. The other thing that is weird is the drive shaft is actually spring loaded. So to get the drive shaft off, you just pull the drive shaft back and then pull it off of the spur gear. Really kind of strange. There we go. We got to the pinion. I just broke my 2.0 ball driver in the set screw. That's the thing about the smaller ball drivers, is because they have to come to like a tapered shape, they're not as strong. I knew better than that, but I did it anyways. Why can't an easy job ever just be easy? That's what I should have done, taking this plastic piece off. I basically broke my ball driver to save time on one screw. Freaking lame. This thing's never coming out. I need to find like tweezers or something, but it's not looking good.
1 hour later.
I got it, guys. That sucked. I even went and changed hats because I was getting hot and frustrated, but we got it off. Thank God. Because that did definitely suck. Pinion's off. Jeez. Alright guys, so I put this pinion on. However, these motor screws are actually hitting the pinion. So I'm going to take these washers off to lower the motor screws down a little bit. I don't know if it actually tells you to do that in the manual. It doesn't look like it. Maybe, kind of. Anyways, I'm taking it off so it will actually fit, because right now the pinion is hitting on the motor screws. That is not good. Also, side note, if you do this, make sure you mount the motor to the motor plate first before you put the pinion on, because you won't be able to get those screws in there. Alright guys, in theory that was supposed to be really easy. It wasn't really hard. You didn't have to take very many screws out. But to kind of finagle the transmission in and out wasn't super simple. Now that I've done it, it's probably going to be a lot easier. But I'm about to turn this thing on and test the mesh. It felt good whenever I put it in the transmission. It feels a little tight now, but that might be just the pinion gears and stuff. So we'll find out. It'll work. Guys, I can't make this up. I put it down just to see if it would drive okay and how it sounded. It sounded fine, but then this happened. Ah! I think that's a slipper. I think. So we're going to take the transmission back out. Oh, that sucks! See? I've become extremely efficient at taking this transmission out. We're about one more disaster away from calling it a day on this car. I'm just moving on to something else. As I always say, guys, if you're having a bad day with RC, just step away and come back. Sometimes when things go wrong, everything just keeps kind of piling on that. So this definitely looks like the slipper. Oh yeah, it's definitely a slipper. Oh yeah, slipper is like, look, I mean, it's like spinning on there, dang. Alright guys, so I took the slipper clutch assembly apart. I don't see any damage to it, however, it's slipping really bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this slipper pad down a little bit, and maybe sand the slipper clutch assembly just down so there's a little bit more friction. But basically, no matter how tight I tighten that slipper nut, it's still slipping. So guys, no matter how much I tighten the slipper clutch, it doesn't get tight. I think it's this plastic piece right here that holds this bearing on, and I cannot get the bearing off. It appears as if the bearing, you can kind of see right here, I had my eyes, see that? It's kind of melted. I think I need a new slipper. And I wish they made a metal one of these. I don't know, basically the, yeah, like I'm taking this whole piece off. This might be actually the bearing, this might be the bearing seal. Actually, I think that is what this is. So I think the bearing exploded, however, I can't get the bearing off. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think the bearing just came apart. I don't have any of my bearings with me. I have no bearings with me. They're all at Indy in my race stuff. Well guys, I said it. I said if we run into one more problem, we're just going to call it a day and revisit this project later. We're going to have to revisit it because we don't have the parts to even fix it. It doesn't always go perfect, guys. In some case, it doesn't always go good. In this case, it went bad. So, not a big deal. Just take a break, step away, come back. We'll get all the parts coming. We might have lost today's battle, but the war still goes on. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and You guys will see me next time. Later, guys.